Hi, Lisa. Happy Tuesday. Crossing our fingers that it's better than Monday. Hope everybody's doing well over there. Just wait a couple more minutes and we'll get started. Like to be on time. Hi, Mary. Hi, Jody. Long time no see, girl. Hope you're doing well. All right, I see my friends coming in. Excited to see everybody. I'm going to go ahead and get started, I believe. All right, happy Tuesday, Stampers. This is Barbara Reed, the Wexford Stamper, and today and Thursday, we're going to have a back to school theme. And I know back to school means many different things for many different people, and some people don't even know what it might mean yet. But if you think about it, students and teachers need encouragement at this time of the year more than ever. So I'm really been encouraged to make some things for my teacher friends because they are going through a lot of issues right now, trying to make the best of things. So what we're going to work on today is a gift for a teacher, and it is what every teacher needs about now. It's a hand sanitizer. Now, I had a lot of trouble finding hand sanitizers. They're really hard to find, the small individual ones in the stores. So I was kind of searching all over Amazon. And during my search, I found there's a lot of companies making hand sanitizers now that really aren't effective hand sanitizers. Hi, Jerry. So just a little bit of a note to you. You want to make sure when you look on the back that there is at least 70% alcohol for it to be an effective hand sanitizer. So you want to make sure you find something like that, because you want to give your recipient something that's going to work. And these I found on Amazon, and I can link that below after I finish the video. And they smell good, they work. And I like the tube style as well. There's something that the teachers can put in their pocket and keep nearby. So this is what we're going to make today, just a little box for a teacher gift, and to tell them thank you for all they're doing to try to make the schools as safe and as fun as possible. It's going to be a tough year. So yes, Bath and Body too. I've been over there a couple times. I haven't been over since maybe 2 weeks. I need to get over there and see if they have the theme ones. I like to get the ones for Thanksgiving and Christmas, everything Mary. So call me, Mary. We'll go together. All right. So let's go ahead and get started now. What I used for this box is an oldie but a goodie. It's a gathered together bundle, and these are the two pieces that come with it. This is the stamp set. But the amazing part of this is the dies. And I love these leaves because not only do they cut them out, but they emboss them with the veins and everything, and they look super cool. And another great thing is, if this looks familiar, it's because, hi April, it is one that was in last year's catalog as well. So this is one that came back. Stampin' Up's just starting to do that. They are putting the favorites from the last catalog into the new catalog. So this is one I already had. So I was psyched that I could just pull it out and get stamping again. So this is what I'm going to be using today to make my little gift here. All right. So let's go ahead and get started. If you're looking in the catalog, it's on page 47. Okay. This is the brand new mini. All right. Let's get started. And we're going to start with a piece of Bumblebee cardstock. You did online, Lisa. Okay. I did. Did they have some Christmas ones yet there? Okay, so we're starting with a piece of Bumblebee, which is 9 inches by 7 inches. All right, now I'm going to bring up my scoring board. And get that up in here. And on the long side, I scored at 1/2, 1 3/4, 7 3/4. Okay, that's our long side. And remember, all these dimensions and this video tutorial will be on my blog by the end of the week. So have no fear. You can find all your information there. On the short side, we go at 1 1/4, 3 1/4, 4 1/2, 6 1/2. All right, that's all of our scoring for today. Let's put the scoring board away. All right, so let's go ahead and I'm going to take my bone folder and we're going to fold on all our score lines. I love this Bumblebee. I think it's a perfect color for fall, any kind of a fall project. I just love this color. All right, 2 more folds. All right, now let's start cutting. Let me grab and bring in my template. And here we go. This is what we're going for today. All right. You'll notice the bottom, we're just going to flap closed, but then the top, we're going to have an open and close flap. Okay. This bottom, we're just going to glue shut is what I meant to say. All right. So let's grab our scissors. Oh, they don't have the Christmas and Thanksgiving ones yet. That's good to know, Lisa. Thank you. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and as I look at the paper in portrait position, I'm going to cut that tiny rectangle out there. Okay. Then I'm going to turn it upside down. Okay. We're still working along the skinny rectangle side. I'm going to cut out the tiny square and the next rectangle at the bottom, at the top, actually. So this is the portion that is going, let me turn it this way. This is the portion that's going to be glued on the inside of the box to hold it together. Okay, now let's go ahead and work on the top section of the box. All right, so that's the side that has this little extra strip here because this is going to be the part that goes inside the box, the flap. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut up through one score line to the second score line there and make all those little flaps there. Okay, for these 2 small ones, I'm going to cut off that little skinny rectangle at the top, and then I'm going to cut in and make little wedges. These are going to be the little flaps that close down before the lid. Okay, so now this is going to be the lid. So this piece here we need to get rid of. So what I do is I just fold back these 2 pieces and then I cut directly along that score line. And that's what the top's going to look like. All right. Then I'm going to grab my corner rounder and I'm going to put this top section into the corner rounder just so the flap will go in a little bit easier. If the corners are rounded, they won't get stuck and they'll slide in and out a little better. So now that is my flap for the top of my box. All right, now this is going to be the bottom. So I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm just going to cut up to the first score line because there's no thin panel along here. Okay. You can go ahead and cut in on these tabs a little bit just so they fit inside the box a little better as you're gluing. All right, so there we have it. Turn it this way. There we go. Now they look just the same. Okay, everybody got that from our template. All right, now before we put the box together, I'm going to go ahead and put on some of the Designer Series paper. All right, Mary, when you see the Halloween ones, let's go. All right, I'm getting ready. Next week, I'm going to be showing some Halloween treat boxes. So This paper I used here is the Playing with Patterns, and that matches the paper so well. So if you have that stack, the Playing with Patterns works perfectly. Now I'm bringing in a different one today. This is paper from the In Color stack of the new In Colors 2020-22. So I found the Bumblebee, and this one has a little bit of a wood grain look to it. So I thought that was perfect for this box. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use this one. Now I did a lot of paper on this. I put on all the sides and the top just to give it a little pizzazz. So I'm going to do the same thing with this one. You have the larger panels for the front and back, and those are cut at 1 3/4 by 5 3/4. And I am going to grab my Stamp & Seal Plus. You girls know that I'm a Tombow girl, but I'm giving my Stamp & Seal Plus a nice run to see how I like it, and I do. Okay, just getting used to it. There's a little bit of a learning curve, so you need to be patient with yourself, but you really put very little pressure when you're going on your paper. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put this one right here. So it's really a tone-on-tone look, but I love the wood grain. All right, let's do this one. And same thing, just gently. And then I just kind of do it like a check mark. And I think it cuts it off at a better place. And then if I don't have it, I'll go over to a sticky spot and that pulls it ahead. And then I can go back to the other side. So that's the only kind of thing that I have problems with, that sometimes it's not ready and you have to use your finger to roll it to the end. Okay, but the more you play with it, the better you understand it. Okay, we just need to learn to understand our Seal Plus. All right, so there are the two large panels right there. Now the thin panels that are going to go on the side of the box are 1 inch by 5 3/4. And let's use our Seal Plus again, because I'm giving him a good fair chance. Now see, I don't have it there. And what it sometimes works is if you go over on some of the part that was sticky before, it'll pull it ahead for you, and then you can pick up where you left off. All right, so there's that piece. One more. I really like this wood. All right, this is the last one with the wood. Oh, actually it's not. I have to put one on the top. I really outdid myself on covering this one today. All right, and that's up to you. If you'd rather do something crumb cake and just leave it plain, that would be perfectly fine. Or you could stamp some leaves on the outside as well. This piece here is going to go on my lid. All right. Hi, Sharon. Nice to see you, folks. All right. And there we go. We have it totally covered with its paper. And now I'm actually even going to use my Stamp and Seal down the side. Now, that's a really kind of a thin tab, so sometimes you might have to bring your Stamp and Seal back over so it's on that flap using your finger. Then I'm going to turn my box over, fold in this side, and then fold this one over. And then you have your box. All right, let's fold in the bottom. Now remember, the bottom is going to be sealed. So I'm just going to fold in small tabs first, back flap, then front flap. Let's go ahead and put the seal on the back, on the back flap, and bring it over. Okay. And there you go. Now, sometimes you might have a little paper hanging over just because of the way you cut on the score line. If you don't like that, you can just kind of cut it off with your scissors and it's gone. Okay. Let's see this side. That looks fine. All right. So there's my box ready to go. And let me show you the, this is the hand sanitizer I found. I got about 24 of them. I'm going to give them to my teacher friends. I've got loads of teacher friends that need them. But I will link this below. It's a nice size. It got very good reviews. And just be careful when you're buying it online that you're getting something reputable. All right, ooh, I forgot one last thing which I like to do on for my flap on this front panel. I always like to take a little piece out using my 3/4 inch circle punch, just like that, and that gives you a little space for the recipient to put their finger and get it open a little bit. All right, so there we go. The box is done. Pretty simple. All right, let's go ahead and do our decorating on the front. All right, now we're going to bring in some things that I've already die cut out. Okay, these are the three leaves from this set. Here, I'll bring in the dies again. I just cut out one of each of these. There's 3 different sizes. And this is in Mossy Meadow, Calypso Coral, and Crumb Cake. All right, so those are the 3 leaves I picked. Then I cut out this is another, let me get the thing here. This is another label that I use from the Pretty Label Punch because I just love that. I think that's so pretty. And I'm going to cut that out. But whatever you have, you can use there. And I'm noticing that I did not cut out my circle. So I'm going to run and find my circles here. Stitch shapes. And I forgot to cut out the small circle. So let me go ahead and do that. I need a piece of white. Talk amongst yourselves. All right, here we go. I'm using my new embossing die cut machine. It's awesome. All right, sorry about that. There we go. And this is a Whisper White, and it's the smallest circle in the circle die cuts. Okay, and I love the stitching. That's why I go to that set a lot. I just love them when they're stitched. Okay, very little stamping on this one, but we'll go ahead and do it. I took a thank you from the Very Versailles. This is a set I really love, and I just love this little script thank you. But just dig through your stamps and see if you have a little thank you or something like that you can use for this one. And I'm going to be using the Early Espresso ink. And I'm going to stamp it kind of up towards the top because I'm going to have lots of leaves along the bottom. Oh, and I pushed a little too hard on that one. Let's try again. How about we do that? There, much better. Okay, I got to practice what I preach. Don't press too hard. Okay, there's our circle ready to go. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to adhere that to my little label here. This is from the Posy set, the one that had all the posy flowers. All right, and you want to go ahead and get that in the middle. I just like that little bit of weave around the outside. I thought that was very fall. All right, then I'm going to grab all my leaves here, and I'm going to bend them a little bit to make them look a little more realistic. Kind of crumple them. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my box again, and using dimensionals, I'm going to put my sentiment on first. Okay, so I'm going to use 3 on the back just to hold it on because this is going to be on the outside of a box and we want it to be able to take a bit of a beating. We don't know what might happen. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put that right in the center, or you can put it towards the top. It's really your decision. Okay, I'm going to put mine right about here, trying to get it in the middle. There we go. Then I'm going to put a dimensional on the back of each one of my leaves. Okay, so let's go ahead. I'm going to put on the larger of the 3-pronged leaf, and that's going to go up here on the top. And then just kind of overlaps over my sentiment. Okay, I don't have it overlapping. I just have it on the circle, but we don't want it to cover up the the words. All right, so here's my second. This one is the Mossy Meadow. This is more like a maple leaf. And I kind of put him over here. Oops, he's too far out. Put it more in the middle there. There we go. And I'm going to put him right here. He's going to be off a little bit. There we go, that's better. And then my last one is going to be right along the bottom. And you can arrange these however you like. Sometimes I spend a little too much time trying to figure out how I want them arranged, and it's like, just lay it down there already. Okay, so there we go. There's our leaves. And then I took a little piece of real red and I cut out, using my heart punch or whatever dies you might have, you can go ahead and cut out a heart, because boy, do teachers need hearts these days. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put a little bit of Tombow. If I can get the goo off him first. Okay, and it's not going to come out. And let me go ahead and get him open. Got to move those goobers, right? All right, goobers. Okay, there we go. Then I'm going to go ahead and take my pick tool and pick up the little piece, turn it over, and then we can just place it right down in this little spot here. I'm going to put my heart. All right, and last but not least, I have some of the terracotta tile baker's twine. And terracotta is really like a darker calypso coral. So I'm going to put that up towards the top of the circle using a glue dot. Grab my glue dots, put the knot of the bow right on the glue dot, grab my pick tool, remove booger, and then I'm going to go ahead and put that down right here on the edge. And there we go. Isn't that pretty? I think that really says fall, and I think the teacher would really, really love it. So if you have any questions about dimensions or any questions about the set I used, you can go to my blog. By the end of the week, everything will be there. You can always ask me a question by messaging me or emailing me, you know that. So I hope you enjoyed our project today. Let me show you what's coming up for Thursday. We're going to do two. It's going to be a pouch day, okay? We're going to make this cute little pouch with goldfish crackers. This would be more of a student type gift. So this is using the whale stamp set and the whale punch. Okay, that is a new set. That's out of the new annual catalog. But this will be a great student gift. I have some little friends across the street, and I'm gonna make some of these for them. So that's one that we'll make. And then we'll be making a little another teacher gift, because teachers like candy and snacks spoken by a teacher who knows sometimes at the end of the day a candy treat is just what you need. And this is another little pouch, and it holds a caramel apple cowtail. Okay, and I used some of the designer series paper from the annual catalog, and then I used another stamp set that is a comeback one. Okay, this one is with the apple punch. That was in the last seasonal catalog, and it's back again. So it's another one you can grab out of your stash and start making some great gifts right away. So Thursday, I'll give you dimensions and do a demonstration for both of these little pouches. All right, so thank you so much for joining. It was great to see everybody. I'm glad my internet held up this time, and we will see you again Thursday. Take care and have a great day.